Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight? I'm so glad to be back. Um, had a wonderful, about 3 days down in Orlando. Um, and it was just so relaxing. It was nice to just kind of get away, spend time with the fam, and just kind of have fun. So, yes, but I am so glad to be here. And now I am going to introduce, as I said, my yin to my yang, my peanut butter to my jelly. He's my peanut butter to my jelly. He's my Christmas tree to my lights. He's my um, sleigh to my reindeer. He's my partner in crime. He's my best buddy, and he's not an angry elf, Fallout Dave. So here he is, Dadman walking
Uh,
55.
hello, lovely. How are you tonight?
I'm fine. How are
I
you?
know you are. How are you? As you were coming through that intro, I could have thought of only one thing my dad would have said. And you remember that pickup line he told me?
Oh,
Is it,
you're the, oh gosh,
hey,
what
I'm the make
is,
fate head you created for.
hey, I'm the fate mate. I'm the mate fate head.
The
Oh
make
my
fate head you created
Oh
for.
my goodness. Okay. Well, on that
All
note,
your honor.
hi, Snortifumus Keeper. How are you today? I missed, well, I'm missing you, Jeff, because I've been having not been having any chat. I hope you are doing well this evening. We have Fallout Dave. Hello, hello. We have Siri Bot and Stream Elements over there on Twitch helping keep all those bad, angry elves out there. So yes, he's an angry elf. Yes, that is a that's a good line. We have Subi720. Hello, hello to you. And follow Dave says, hello, peanut butter dad man.
I like peanut butter. I like
And
peanuts.
what's up, Agent Atwood? Not much, just doing a little show about this movie Elf is what we're doing. Yep. And we have hellos and hellos and hellos. He's the banana to my bread. Oh yes, I love banana bread too. My mom has the best banana bread recipe.
You're not saying that because she's in the chat, are you?
No. Oh, no, no, no. I'm saying it because it's truth. It's truth.
I know it's true because you do say it even when she's not here.
Oh, yes. So I think we have everybody else saying hello, hello to everybody. And so,
Well, you mentioned a trip a little bit, which
uh,
really was kind of interesting. We didn't see anything from Elf down there, I think, at the Universal Studios parks. Did you? I don't remember seeing anything.
no,
I
but
can't
there was
remember.
stuff at Bucky's.
At Bucky's, what was the thing at Bucky? Oh,
They had
with the,
elf t-shirts.
oh,
They had
I
elf
missed that.
stuff. Yep, they had elf stuff. And oh gosh, what was the other one that they had? Oh, Grinch, because I got a t-shirt there. Yes.
Well, that was a nice. That's our first stop nowadays going
Mm,
south. So
yep. Okay, Atwood, thank you for looking. Thank you, thank you.
yeah,
Um,
it just it's kind of cool with the cold Christmas time. I love that you came up with this
well,
idea
who?
of this
Uh,
series, Mrs. You know, go
well,
ahead.
I got to thinking, who was the who? We where did we watch Elf? What was it on Disney Plus? It was. I don't know why they had no Elf merchants. I said we saw, but
Prime. I thought we
we
saw
only
it on
went.
Prime.
Maybe it was Prime,
Mm,
but we only went to Disney Springs, so
yeah,
we weren't really on the search for them.
no, no. I got my,
We'll find out
I
why later.
yeah, and I got my Jack Skellington movie sites backwards. I forgot the others.
Yeah, he thought they were. He thought Jack Skellington was at Universal, and
Yeah,
it's
nope.
it,
So,
it's a Disney
but
property.
speaking of dragon butt that sort of poop has talked about, you want to kind of tease a little bit of what we saw? Kind of cool, talking about dragons.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what did we see about dragons?
Epic Universe,
Oh yes,
Arc.
yes, yes. We there's down in Orlando. They're going to be opening. They they mean Universal Studios, is going to be opening up a new park called Epic Universe. And it's going to have four portals and then like a main hub. And the main hub is what? Celestial something.
Celestial Park.
Celestial Park. And it's going to have, oh my gosh. I don't ride roller coasters and I will not ride this roller coaster. But if you do, they're going to have a, pardon my language, mom, bitchin' roller coaster. It's if the model is accurate,
Yeah.
it's going to be cool. But a quick preview because we're probably going to be doing a detour about our little vacation uh, within the coming time a little bit. But
Hmm.
we had they have four portals that you can go to. There's Nintendo World, which has Donkey Kong and like Mario in there. They have the Dark Universe, which is the Universe Monsters Park Atwood. Yeah, he wants to go to the, yes, that one looks really cool. They have Isla Burke, which is How to Train Your um, Dragon. Hey, Sashi, you're doing a drive by.
Hey, Sashi. Hey, but Sashi, I want to make sure shout out. Keep us in mind at New Year's Eve, New Year's night, because Mrs. Remember 24 hours. We're going to do celebration around the world, right,
Yeah.
this year. So,
Yes.
uh, and
Yes.
you are Malaysia's one of the first ones for us. Probably about nine
Oh,
o'clock in the morning or something, I think. Or
well, it is. It used to be an hour difference. Now it's a 2 hour difference. So when it hits 10 o'clock, usually when my show, uh, and halfway through my show, it's midnight now. Before when it used to be a little closer to.
oh, okay,
So
yeah,
like when it's 10 a.m. our time, it's midnight Malaysian
yeah.
time.
All right. Well, sorry, I just had to throw that out there because
That's
that's
okay.
another thing we got coming up this month.
Yeah.
And people like Sashi around the world, we love our international audience because last year it was so much fun having people from around the world on the stream and things like that. And they would learn more about them because I think you're going to try to find more information about local traditions and stuff like that with us. So, hey,
Yes.
looking forward to
Yes.
it. Because last year I attempted to do it solo. Fortunately, this lady and Dave C and JT Kirk helped me get at least to the West Coast time zone before I completely passed out.
Yes. I'm
So
trying to skip my show here live.
I know. All right. So and I sorry I cut you
So
off. I saw
no, that's
Sashi. I want to make sure you saw
that's
Sashi.
okay. So
And
they and they have, I completely lost my train of thought. They
yeah,
have Dark Universe,
mm-hmm.
which is the Universal Marshall Monsters. They have Nintendo, which is Mario and Donkey Kong. They have Isla Burke, which is How to Train Your Dragon. Um, and they have the magical world of Harry Potter. So they're going to have those four portals. And they have a model which is just absolutely gorgeous. And the only one that didn't seem very detailed was the Harry Potter world. Um, the Nintendo world, the it was painted. It was beautiful. They're having what's the name of the hotel? Helios is the hotel, which just, oh my goodness. From what I understand, it's already booked out 6 months, and it's not even. eh,
It's bright
It's
golden beacon out in the middle of darkness out there in that part of
yeah.
Orlando.
We actually drove by and looked at the area, so that was kind of cool. But anyway, we'll talk about some. That's it. That's going to be cool. Um, really looking forward to that. Don't know when we'll get there because it's, oh, it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. First park here in the state of Florida in what they say 30 years. Yeah,
Something like 30 years. Yeah, it's been a long time.
I think we think Animal Kingdom was the last park that was here. So this is a big deal, and it looks like they're going to be doing it. It's going to be done right. They're they're not rushing it, but they're not delaying it either.
Yep.
So, anywho,
Yep.
so that all being said, welcome everybody that's here. We have how many people? We have 6 people on YouTube side over here watching, and I thank you guys very much. I'm going to check here real quick. 282 subscribers. Wow, I'm slowly getting there, slowly but surely. So let me go ahead and like myself. And let me go ahead and share this out to the Twix first, the Threadosphere, and Discordia.
It's always
Um,
important to like yourself, as you say.
yes.
Hmm.
Because if you don't like yourself, nobody really else can. You got to like yourself first. So I'm
Because
typing in my name and going to
yeah,
make
because
sure.
you like you say, if you don't like yourself, who else is going to like you?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, come on. Sorry, I kept hitting the wrong button. That
oh, I
wasn't
know.
yelled
I
at
can't.
any of you.
I can't talk and type. I mean,
No, I
no.
haven't. Yeah. Well, I was typing on a laptop,
Hmm.
working on this. I did do. It was kind of a little working vacation because I did have to work on this show some. Um, but I think it's going to be really good. And I'm
Well,
looking forward to. There we go. Let me get these posted here real quick.
hey, Atwood's
Uh,
talking about the blue shoes. Is that something with Fortnite Lego?
the blue shoes. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the shoes that they sell in Fortnite.
Oh,
We've been trying to find.
yeah.
I can't see the post right now. Give me one
He just said I
second.
got the blue shoes, Mrs.
Oh, you did
So,
get the blue shoes.
yeah.
They match his the one skin that he plays with
Oh,
all the
okay.
time.
All right.
And
Okay.
we were
Uh,
talking about them because I get the slippers.
mm-hmm.
I buy
That,
all the slippers in Fortnite.
yeah, like Dave buys the uh, uh, kitty cat slippers. Yep, I got it. So
Yeah.
you people in y'all slipper footwear in Fortnite, it's funny to watch. But hey,
Okay, let me promote myself here.
yes, promote yourself, and folks,
And then let
promote the
me promote
missus.
myself
Help
here.
her get 220.
Please, while I'm doing this, hit that
Two
share button.
actually 218 more to get to 500. So yes, absolutely. And also remember, she has a Ko-Fi account, code-fi.com, Mr. Dadman Walking 55, where you can make one-time or monthly donations. Similar kind of what people do for super chats and other things on the YouTube side, or subscriptions on Twitch and other things. You know.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
hey, hey, Fallout Dave, if you're, you know what, wearing those bunny slippers just shows how masculine and tough you are because you don't give a crap about anything. You go wear your bunny slippers. I tell you, if they let you wear like bunny ears, I'd wear them too. So anyway, it's about 12 minutes into the show. 8:12 in my neck of the woods, and Dadman's neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. I think it's about time we started our show. I think if people
that's
are going to be here, they're going to be here. Hopefully, they'll be here. So here
then we
we
keep
go.
retweeting.
First
All
off, we're
right.
going to. Oh, who put that little thing up there? I don't want
Which
that little
which
person.
thing is that there?
This guy. Take him off. Uh,
Oh, that was from the last stream, I think. I didn't do that
uh,
tonight.
uh.
Oh, Fallout Dave said it shows he ain't right in the head.
Yeah, really. So, okay, got that all fixed up because you can't
All right.
read my words.
No.
Okay, the 12 movies of Christmas. These are the movies we've already watched and we have already reviewed. The first one is Jingle All the Way, and I rated it 3 Christmas trees out of 10. What did you do, Dad Man?
I did 8. I would have done 10, but you would have laughed at me. But it was the perfect Christmas music movie. No,
Oh,
I didn't give it 8 to 10. I love it. It truly is an annual one I like to watch around the
yes,
holidays and
I
have a
tell
good
you,
laugh.
yes. And we watched Gremlins, which we have not watched in a long time. I gave it an 8 out of 10 of Christmas trees. Um, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good. Dad man, come
Absolutely.
on, get with it. Read your
I am. I was waiting for you to finish talking. You had just
ah,
finished talking.
okay.
So I'm like 7 out of 10 popcorn buckets for me with Gremlins. It
Okay,
was
we
good. I could see why
excuse
people
me.
liked it.
We need to time out Fallout Dave because he agrees with you about Jingle All the Way. I'm just kidding. Don't please nobody don't
Thank you, Dave.
don't time him out.
Thank you,
I'm
Dave.
just
Yes,
kidding.
yes.
Eh,
Yeah, I just was sitting here make sure
yes,
you
it
finish your
shows.
thoughts.
He
Yeah.
said it shows he ain't right in your head because he likes Jingle All the Way as much as you do.
Well, I will say I did like Gremlins. It's the first time I'd ever watched Gremlins. I didn't want to watch it because I was a big tough teenager, and who wants to watch that little kitty frou little ball of fuzz and all that stuff, and all that stuff. But it was a nice movie overall, I will say. And was really good. So I was impressed with it. So I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Right. Yeah, and like the only reason Gremlins didn't get more is because I think some of the effects just kind of didn't age well. And I know it's an old movie and all that, but still. Okay, then we did Alistair Sim, A Christmas Carol in 1951. Sometimes it's called Scrooge. We both, I'm going to do this because you gave it an 8 out of 10. We enjoyed it. We thought
Mhm.
it was good. And I would watch this one every year. I'm
It
actually
was
thinking of doing a Christmas Carol review like this with a bunch of different Christmas Carol versions.
it was different. I mean, I'm so used to George C. Scott and
Mhm.
and all that, but this guy, Alistair Sim, played a
Sorry, Dave.
different type of Scrooge. It was his mannerisms, his demeanor, his facial expressions were different, and it was interesting to see. See, Mrs. watches movies independently. I always compare and contrast, even if I'm
Mhm.
not purposely. It just things jump out, and I'd like to watch it compared to the George C. Scott version and just
Mm.
see because it gave me a different visual of what
Right.
Ebenezer Scrooge looked like physically in his mannerisms. So I thought it was good. I thought it was a well done movie, especially for its time. And you know, hey, it was very very solid.
And our let's go here. And then we did Santa Claus last Saturday before we left out of town. Um, I gave it a 6 out of 10 solely because of Tim Allen. I enjoyed Tim Allen in it. I thought there were a lot of plot holes, a lot of crap that I would have given it less if Tim Allen wasn't in it.
Yeah, to me he couldn't even really say. I mean, I gave it 5. It was an okay movie. Uh, I don't think he could even save enough. He seemed different in this movie, not funny, more jerky. And I know that that's kind of the role. The retreaded dad's a pain in the ass thing type thing. Just there are just some things that stick out at me why it kept me from liking this movie more than maybe others did or should. Because I know there are some people that love it, thought it was a perfect movie,
Mhm.
and that's wonderful and all.
Yep.
Um, just uh, for me, it just kind of and I tell you, I could not get over the cheapening, the legal lawyers crap out of it. Like, well, there's this very fine print, and you agree to this for the rest of your life in this little fine print. It just seemed like all this spirit of giving and peace and all the holidays. Santa gets screwed in the inducement of it to become Santa Claus. Anyway, but I digress.
Yes, you do.
Sorry.
Okay, everybody. So now guess what time it is? It's time for us to talk about Elf. And here
Yay.
we go. Elf is a 2003 American Christmas movie. It was directed by John Favreau, and I probably mispronounced his name. Um, Let me
No, you
see.
did right, John Favreau.
And it was written by David Birnbaum.
Hmm.
It was released in the United States in November of 2003 by New Line Cinema. It grossed $220 million worldwide, and it only had a $33 million budget. So I'm going to
Wow, that's
introduce.
a small budget.
I think so. I'm going to introduce the actors as we go through the movie because like how we do this. I'm going to show slides of the movie, and we're kind of going to go through the entire synopsis, and we're going to read some quotes as we go. And I'm going to start right off by reading the opening line, even before the credits. There's an opening scene, and it's Papa Elf, and Papa Elf is played by Bob Newhart. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off by just reading this part. It's all Papa Elf. Well, actually, no, Dadman, you can do kind of some of those other elves that you see in here in this scene, and I'll do Papa Elf. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I forgot about them. So here we go. Oh, hello. You're probably here about the story. Elves love to tell stories. I bet you didn't know that about elves. That's probably a lot of things you don't know about elves. Another interesting elfism is there are only 3 jobs available to an elf. The first is making shoes at night while while the old cobbler sleeps.
Lazy bum. Couldn't even make a clog.
You could bake cookies in a tree.
Pop.
And wait, let me describe this. They cut to I don't think I did pictures of wait, I think I did. Wait, there's the cobblers, and
Yep.
here's the next one. Go ahead and you read it.
I want to make shoes.
No, where are you at?
Oh no.
No, you can bake cookies in a tree.
Oh, that's Papa Elf. Okay.
I said that.
Okay. Papa Elf, as you can imagine, it's dangerous having an oven and an oak tree during
No,
the dry
what are
season.
you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start all over because I messed up. Okay, sorry. We've been traveling. Okay, elves love to tell stories. I bet you didn't know that about elves. There's probably a lot of things you didn't know about elves. Another interesting elfism is there are only 3 jobs available to an elf. The first is making shoes at night while you sleep, while the old cobbler sleeps.
Lazy bum. Couldn't even make a clog.
You can bake cookies in a tree. As you can imagine, it's dangerous having an oven in an oak tree during the dry season.
I want to make shoes.
But the third job, some call it the show or the big dance, is the profession that every elf aspires to, and that is to build toys in Santa's workshop. Only Keebler can prevent forest fires.
God.
Okay, now hopefully I won't mess that up. I'm sorry. That was my boo boo, not Dadmans. On Christmas Eve, okay, so then we're going to talk about Elf.
Right.
And on Christmas Eve, a baby from an orphanage crawls into Santa's sack in sight of a teddy bear and is unwittingly taken back to the North Pole. Elves are celebrating that Christmas is here and their job is finished. Santa, who's played by Ed Asner, thanks them and tells them that it is um, time to start next year's toys. The elves cheer and get back to work.
Oh my.
Santa, you want to go ahead and do this one?
No, well, I just can I comment on that scene? It's like, what other job? You get rewarded by more work.
Yeah, I know, but yes, exactly. I'm like, okay.
All right, okay, I'll do it. Santa, we've had another successful year.
Yay! Woo! Yay!
For your hard work, it's time to start preparations for next year.
Yay! And they really were happy.
Yeah.
When the infant is discovered at the workshop, the elves name the infant Buddy after his diaper brand label, Little Buddy's Diaper. The Papa Elf
God.
adopts and raises him. Hello, Phantom Outsider. How are you? Yes, it's a sweatshop. Buddy is quickly accepted by the elf community, and he grows up believing he is an elf. He learns about the code of the elves, treats every day like Christmas. There's room for everyone on the nice list, and the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. His dad even let him help repair the sleigh. I'll be Buddy, you can be Papa Elf.
Okay, sorry, I got gross in your pictures. Okay, all right, all right.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
Buddy. I thought the magical reindeer made the sleigh fly.
Where did their magic come from?
A Christmas spirit, everybody knows that.
Well, silly as it sounds, a lot of people down south don't believe in Santa Claus.
What? Well, who do they think puts all the toys under the tree?
Well, there's a rumor floating around that the parents do.
That's ridiculous. I mean, parents couldn't do all that in one night. What about Santa's cookies? I suppose parents eat them too.
Yeah, I know. And every year, less and less people believe in Santa Claus. I mean, we have a real energy crisis on our hands.
So Papa Elf created the Kringle 3000, a 500 reindeer powered jet turbine engine. And the one back here, when you saw the closometer, that shows how much Christmas spirit. So that's why they need that to help the reindeer. Even though he is accepted, Buddy is accepted into the elf community, he does not really fit in. He is not good at making toys. He says the awful phrase, I'm a cotton headed ninny muggins, which really was not a very good thing to say. So he is sent over to toy testing, where he overhears that he is human. And these are things that he's thinking back on. This is like, to me, so obvious, but no. So his shoes were too small, and he remembers that the shower was too small, the bed was too small, and he was really good at playing basketball. And so he's really, really upset, and he runs to his house and he sits in the bathroom upset. So Papa Elf explains to Buddy that his birth parents are Walter Hobbs, who is James Caan, and Susan Wells, the latter of whom put him up for adoption before she died. Walter is now a children's book publisher at the Empire State Building in New York City and is unaware of Buddy's existence. Okay, I'm going to ask something. If they knew all of this, why did they not know his name? Number one. And when they found this out, why did they not send him to his dad earlier? I don't understand. They had all this information but didn't bother to share it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I never. It was a good question when you posed it when we were watching it, and then they, or why not years earlier? Because this was years and years of his not being able to do, uh, like anywhere close to what the average elf could do, and knowing the backstory. And what, like you said, that names. How do they know the people's names but do not know his birth name?
yeah, I guess they could. I mean, I guess I want to know why Santa didn't know his name. I thought Santa knew everything.
Oh well, Dave said the
Huh?
Santa spy agency dropped the ball there.
I know. I know. So
Santa winning a lawsuit.
probably.
Uh,
So Buddy's sad. He goes out and he goes to talk to Leon. So you can be Buddy and I will be Leon.
Hi, Leon.
Why the long face, Buddy?
It seems I'm not an elf.
Of course you're not an elf. You're 6'3" and had a beard since you were 15.
Sorry, I snorted on that one. I love that. I just love
Love
that.
that line.
And of
So
course, I
Buddy,
love. Sorry.
go ahead.
I just love that. We can talk about it more later. I just love that snowman because you know what that throws back to.
Yes, yes. And
Yes.
they had some
By the way, Buddy Hepburn,
yes,
speaking of buddies,
yes,
is here.
yes, that was right. They talked when he was sad because he only made like 85 etch a sketches, and like all the other elves made like 1,000 or 2,000. And so he was like really upset. And they says, "Well, you're really good at a lot of things." And one of them was, as Buddy said, the only thing Dope could do better was change the ceiling light bulbs without a ladder.
Yep.
And that they raised their elf choir down an octave because he sang baritone. And so, yes. So Buddy decides to go to New York and he's talking to Santa Claus. And Santa says, I've been to New York thousands of times.
Really?
Hmm.
What's it like?
Well, there are some things you should know. First off, you see gum on the street, leave it there. It's not free candy.
Oh,
Second, there are like 30 Ray's pizzas. They all claim to be the original, but the real one is on 11th. And if you see a sign that says Peep Show, that doesn't mean they're letting you look at presents before Christmas.
I can't wait to see my dad. We're going to go ice skating and eat sugar plums.
Um, that's another thing. Buddy, you should know that your father, um, he's on the naughty list.
No!
Walter is on the naughty list due to his selfishness, though Santa suggests that Buddy can redeem him with some Christmas spirit. To let you guys know, I get this synopsis from Wikipedia, and I figure out the quotes myself. So, so there we go. So Buddy decides to travel to New York. He goes and says goodbye to his friends, and Mr. Narwhal goes to say goodbye too. Um, and he comes out of the ocean, scares all the other characters. He's like, "Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad."
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
Okay. And so Buddy is on his way to New York. He goes through the candy cane forest. He goes over the snowy mountains, and he finds a raccoon. And Buddy goes, "Hey, buddy, what's your name? And what does someone need a hug?" He goes to hug the raccoon, and he is attacked. And Buddy runs away, saying, "I just wanted a hug."
Oh.
So he keeps walking, and finally, Buddy makes it to New York. A fact about this that while they were filming this scene, a lot of stuff happened because the car kept stopping because of Will Ferrell in the middle of the tunnel. So he is in New
Yep.
York, and typical New Yorkers don't give a crap that there's a guy in yellow tights and an elf outfit that's 6'3" wandering around New York. And he waves to the people hailing down cabs, and he keeps the flyers that are passing out. He takes them excitedly, and then he finds the world's best coffee shop, and he goes in, and "You did it! Congratulations! World's best cup of coffee! Great job, everyone! It's great to meet you."
Oh.
Yes, the raccoon wasn't having any stranger danger. So yes, I know there's been some way stranger stuff in those uh, subways. So he still is looking for his dad. And he plays kind of hopscotchy thing on the crosswalk lines. Oh, and this one just made me want to vomit
This is what I didn't understand was Santa warned him not to
because
eat gum.
he's innocent, and
Yeah,
he
but
still
Santa
did,
had
and
warned
it
him not
smelled.
to eat the gum off the ground and
But it's
stuff.
not on the ground. It's on the railing. Come
Uh,
on, Dad, man. So
okay.
he's eating the gum that's stuck on the railing, and that just makes me ill, even though I know it's not real. Yes, used gum. ABC gum, already been chewed. And let's see, what else has he experienced here? Oh, the revolving doors. He spins round and round and round and round and round and round and round, and then he gets out and he throws up, and then he goes and does it again. So this is all on his journey to find his dad. And then, lo and behold, he sees the Empire State Building.
Yes.
And he goes there, and
Uh
nobody questions him at all in his elfin
oh.
outfit.
It's
I
New
mean,
York.
I think if I was security, I would at least say, "What's your business here?" I don't know. Just to
Well,
find out.
yeah, but we kind of see a while in a bit. We're just coming up on
I
the how it could be a
I
mistake.
know.
But yeah,
I know, but I still would ask if I was security. So he learns that if you push the elevator buttons, all the lights come off. And so he pushes all of them. And he says to the man in the elevator, "It looks like a Christmas tree." And then he gets to the floor he's supposed to get to, and he tells him, "Sorry, I can't ride with you the rest of the way up." And as the door closes, he goes, "Oh, I forgot to give you a hug." And the guy just looks just so non-phased through the whole thing. It's just like, "Yep, this is New York. Okay, it's fine."
we stayed
But
at a hotel once that was kind of like that.
yes, our kids did that.
Yeah.
Um, he meets his dad, who he's mistaken for a Christmas grand messenger, and he has him ejected. But before he has him ejected, he says, "Okay, go ahead, sing your song. Get it over with. Get it all over with." And if
Okay.
do you want to go ahead? Do you want to sing the song, Dadman? Because I know you love singing.
Sure. I'm here with my dad, and we never met, and he wants me to sing him song. And I was adopted, but you didn't know I was born, so I'm here now. I found you, Daddy, and guess what? I love you. I love you. I love you.
Yeah, that went over like a lead balloon. And also, he mentions his mom's name, and Walter's kind of shocked, but he still thinks he's a fake. So Walter whispers to Deb, "I think we should call security." And what does Deb say?
Good idea.
"Buddy, I like to whisper too." And then he gets thrown out by the security guards, and they teasingly suggest that he go to Gimbel's department store. And so he is working his way over to Gimbel's, and he tries to go up the escalator.
Ah,
Hey man, I feel this. I don't like escalators. I'm just so afraid my feet are going to get stuck, my hands going to get stuck in the things. They scare me. I do them, but I love this. Him took him like about 5 minutes to finally get a foot up there. So I just love that scene. I do think that's funny. And he's in the bathroom, and what does he say?
have you seen these toilets? They're ginormous.
And at the store, he's just kind of looking around. The store manager, who's played by Faison Love, believes that Buddy is one of the employees. Remember that scene? It's important later. And so he takes him down to where the toy store is, and the manager says, "This is the North Pole."
No, it isn't.
"Yes, it is."
No, it isn't.
"Yes, it is."
Where's the snow? No, it's not. Where's the snow?
"Why are you smiling like that?"
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
"Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?" And then the manager makes an announcement. "Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., Santa Claus is coming to town."
Santa! Oh my God! Santa's coming! I know him!
So Buddy sees Jovi, who's played by Zoe Deschanel. I hope I said her last name right. She is a disillusioned employee there. And Jovi looks at him and goes, "Are you enjoying the view?"
You are very good at decorating that tree.
"Why are you messing with me? Did Crumpet put you up to this?"
I'm not messing with you. It's just nice to meet another human that shares my affinity for elf culture.
And in another scene,
Sounds like somebody needs to sing a Christmas carol.
no way.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Thanks, but I don't sing.
Oh, well, It's just like talking, except longer and louder, and you move your voice up and down.
I can sing. I just choose not to sing, especially in front of other people.
If you can sing alone, you can sing in front of other people. There's no difference.
Actually, there's a big difference.
No, there's not. Wait. I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing.
Hey, there's no singing in the North Pole.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
We sing all the time.
No, you don't.
When we build, especially when we build toys. See? To Jody. By the way, that was meant to be off key, folks.
Yes, that was. Hearing that Santa will visit, we're trying to act here.
Yeah.
Hearing that Santa will visit the store the following day, Buddy redecorates the store overnight. Oh, there he is singing, by the way.
Yeah.
There he is yelling. Sorry about that. And he decorates the store overnight. While Buddy is decorating, Howard is home looking at the yearbook. And then Buddy hears singing in the bathroom, in the ladies' locker room. And Jovi is singing a song, which apparently Buddy knows all the words to and the harmony. And so he sings along with her. And she realizes there is another person in this room. So she comes out, she is covered in a towel, and she's like, "Why were you in the women's locker room?"
I heard you singing.
Are you sure it had nothing to do with the fact that I was naked in the shower?
I didn't know you were naked.
So there, the next day, his dad sees him sleeping in the store window and totally ignores him. He goes to his dad's place to give him a gift. So he sends it to him, and it's to someone special. And his dad, and he made him a card and gave him the only picture he had of his mom and dad. So now he has nothing, I guess. And that is the gift he gave him because it said you give that to someone special. So, okie dokie. Then Santa arrives, and Santa, I believe, is played by Artie Lang. And Buddy realizes that the gimbal Santa is a man in a costume. Buddy exposes him and causes a brawl that the manager breaks up. Who the heck are you?
What are you talking about? I'm Santa Claus.
No, you're not.
Why, of course I am. Ho, 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 ho.
Well, if you're Santa, what song did I sing to you for your birthday this year?
Happy birthday, of course. Ho, 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 ho. How old are you, son?
4.
Wow, you're a big boy. What's your name?
Paul.
Now, what can I get you for Christmas?
Paul, don't tell him what you want. He's a liar.
Let the kid talk.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Just cool it, Zippy.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Look, I'm not kidding.
You're a fake.
I'm a fake?
Yes.
How'd you like to be dead, huh? Ho, ho, just kidding.
You stink.
I think you're going to have a good Christmas. All right.
You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Grimble's manager. Why are you smiling like that?
Oh, wait. Oh, no, you don't turn the page.
Oh, my God. Sorry. Sorry.
That's it.
I messed up that time. My bad.
Scene. Sorry. So, yes, you sit on a throne of lies. And he gets sent to jail, and his dad reluctantly bails him out of jail. And Buddy says, as they're walking down the stairs, so happy that his dad bailed him out because the people in prison, he's not going to bail you out. You're stuck here. But he didn't. He goes, I thought maybe we can make gingerbread houses and eat cookie dough and go ice skating and maybe even hold hands. But Walter takes him for a DNA test, which confirms that Buddy is his son. And the doctor who's played for the John Favreau, suggests
Yes.
to Walter that he take Buddy home to meet his stepmother, Emily, and his half brother, Michael. And there's Michael, played by Daniel Tay, and his mother, you'll see in a second, is played by Mary Steenburgen. So there is Buddy at the dinner table. Oops. And they're talking about his stuff. And one thing that Buddy says, you can go ahead and do Buddy.
I passed through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest, through the sea of swirly, twirly gumdrops, and then I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel.
And as he's putting maple syrup on his spaghetti, which he happened to have conveniently tucked in his sleeve, Emily says, "You like sugar, huh?"
Is there sugar and syrup?
Yes.
But he says, then yes.
Okay.
We elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
So, okay, I keep looking. Walter and Michael are unnerved by Buddy's behavior, but Emily insists that they take care of him until he recovers. And that morning they have breakfast, and I showed this scene. And Phantom Outsider says even elves should not be forced to eat candy corn.
Oh,
See,
come on.
me,
Candy corn is wonderful.
but to me, candy corn seemed like an odd choice because it's a Halloween candy.
Yeah.
So than a Christmas one. I thought that there should have been candy canes.
Look, Mr. Fulton Ross is back with us.
Hello. Welcome. Yes, and the epic burp before the dinner, he downed a 2 liter of soda, and then did the burp of all burps.
Connie's here too. Hello, Connie. Clary.
Hello, Connie.
And Phantom Outsider said, "Isn't candy corn a Geneva Convention violation?"
Yes, but it is what it is. So anyway, this scene here, they made that, and they had to shoot this scene twice because the first time they did it and he ate it, he threw up.
Wow.
So they had to do
I could imagine.
So they had to do the scene again. When you realize there's syrup, there's chocolate, there's marshmallows, there's Pop Tart he put in there, marshmallow fluff. I mean, just oh my gosh. Hello, Connie. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Well,
it was really interesting with that. Like they talked about that burp. It was like you kept seeing us because Michael, his brother did not really like him. He was a freak because we just kind of.
I don't think it's not that he didn't like him. I think he just didn't know him. And here's this weird person in an elf costume.
Well, especially leading up to what we're about to talk about the next scene, because when he chases him down at school,
yeah, there's he doesn't know him. He's weird. And that's basically he said, "You're weird." And he is a little weird. They think there might be a little mental health there. So he waits for Michael for 5 hours for him to get out of school. And
that reminds me of the Chuck E. Cheese incident with us. It's like 5 hours sitting in one spot in New York. I can't help but think that somebody would have gotten suspicious of him in an elf costume.
Yes. So he's sitting there and he sees them and he's like, "Oh shit." And so he's running away, and I'll do Buddy this time.
Well, okay.
Yes, we'll find out about that, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
So
yes,
Buddy is chasing. Michael's running away from him because he's just embarrassed to all end. And Buddy, wow, you're fast. I'm glad I caught up with you. I waited 5 hours for you. Why is your coat so big? So good news, I saw a dog today. Have you seen a dog? You probably have. How was school? Was it fun? Did you get a lot of homework? Huh? Do you have any friends? Do you have a best friend? Does he have a big coat too?
Go away.
And then
I'm sorry.
And then he gets smacked with a snowball and he says, "Son of a nutcracker." such language coming out of an elf's mouth.
Yes.
And so, yes, they run. Michael's like, run. And so they run and hide. And Buddy says, we can take them on with the snowball fight. He says, make some snowballs. And while Michael's like on his second snowball, Buddy has a bazillion of them. And he pretty much pummels them all. Yes, son of a nutcracker is worse than a cotton-headed ninny muggins. You are absolutely right. So he defeats them all, and there's one that's trying to run away, and he pops them. Yeah. And so he hits them right in the back of the head with the snowball, and
That's
then
beautiful.
they go meet Jovi, which he's not supposed to be there because they do have a restraining order on him. But he goes to see him, and he talks to Jovi. He goes, and Michael's like, ask her out on a date. And so he says, what do you do on a date? He says, you eat food, not candy, but real food. And so Buddy goes to Jovi and goes, I think you're really beautiful, and I feel really warm when I'm around you, and my tongue swells up. So, do you want to eat food? And she says she just ate, but she's available on Thursday. So they have a date, and they're happy. And Michael and Buddy have kind of, well, not kind of, they've become brothers and friends. They get a Christmas tree, and
Out of Central Park.
out of Central Park. Yes, they cut the tree out of Central Park. Felony, probably not a felony, probably just a misdemeanor, but um, still, Walter is a little upset that um, his son is cause, um, committing crimes with Buddy, even though Emily's like, but he's happy. He's happy for the first time. So he's just a little like, this is wrong. And so they decide that one of them has to take um, care of him, and she has work to do. So Walter ends up taking him to work. Um, Walter's company's struggling because of the failure of their last book, and Walter's boss expects him to have a new book by Christmas. It looks, I don't, they probably cut it somehow.
Yeah.
So Walter
And their
brings,
meeting was on Christmas Eve, actually.
yes. So the next day, Walter brings Buddy to work with him. And this is Debbie or Deborah, or Deb, um,
That's funny. I
the
made spaghetti.
the assistant, the secretary. And so Buddy, the first time she met Buddy was the Candygram when he was in his elf costume, uniform outfit. And so he says, hi. Oh, guess what? You can be Buddy. I'll be the girl. Let's not swap.
Okay. Hi.
Hey.
Do you remember me?
I do. I didn't recognize you.
I know. I'm in work clothes.
And Debbie goes and gives him coffee.
Deb, you have such a pretty face. You should be on a Christmas card.
Oh, you just made my day. The phone rings, and Buddy leaps across and says,
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
And Walter has had it. Buddy, have you ever seen the mailroom?
A mailroom? No.
No, oh, you haven't? I mean, wow. Listen, it's a place from where mail from all over the world comes, and they sort it out there, see? And you can touch it all. And they put it in these shiny bins.
Shiny bins?
Right. What do you think?
It sounds great.
Good.
Can we go there?
So he goes down to the mailroom.
I don't think this is the place where my dad was talking about. Is there a different mailroom?
Nope, this is the only one.
It's not very shiny. This place reminds me of Santa's workshop, except it smells like mushrooms and everyone looks like they want to hurt me.
And he learns about these the little pipes that suck them out to the different places. And so he sticks it on his head and he goes, "Oh, it's sucky. It's very sucky." I love that line. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's okay.
And he meets this coworker and he's like, "How'd you get here?"
Work release.
Mmm. And the worker pours something in the coffee and he's like, syrup and coffee? Why didn't I think of that? Can I try some?
Be my guest.
Very generous of you. Mmm. I love syrup. Oh, I love it. They get, yes, the pneumatic tubes. Thank you. I couldn't think of that word. So they get drunk and there's a party in the mailroom.
Doing big
And
dancing on the table too.
and yes, they're dancing on the table. And while they're trying to up at Walters, they decided to how to save the company was to hire this ghostwriter. Oh, and I can't. What's his name? Finch. Um, and I skipped that whole. Oh boy, I could tell I was doing this. Let me just make sure I didn't get my pages
No,
mixed up. Okay,
no.
so he decides to. They decide to hire a ghostwriter named Finch, and while they're talking to him on the phone, trying to set up a meeting, uh, the secretary calls and says, "Oh, we have a problem down in the mailroom," and they're like, "What?" And the author almost hangs up the phone on them, and they end up making a thing, and he gets really mad at Buddy at this.
Oh gosh. Yeah, there's because there's slides in here like
Miles says,
call me Elf one more time. Come on.
"Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We did.
Don't go ahead.
I don't see it here.
It will be there. We're
Okay.
not there yet."
Okay, sorry.
So he gets drunk in the mailroom. And then the next scene is that he has a date with Jovi. And Jovi says, "What would you like to do? What would you like to do?"
I've got some ideas. Turns and walks away. Jovi, confused, follows behind. Reach out in front of you and take a sip. Don't look. And Jovi sips the
Jovi
coffee, makes a yuck face. Well,
it tastes like a crappy cup of coffee. It is a crappy cup of coffee.
no, it's the world's best cup of coffee.
And then he takes her and it shows her the revolving doors.
The trick is not getting your arm stuck in the door. Also, never close your eyes because then you'll get sick. Okay, when you feel comfortable, you just jump in.
And then they're skipping around. Go ahead.
I'm skipping. I'm skipping. Wait, one more. Look at the size of this one.
"Oh, come with me." And she shows him the tree at Rockefeller Center.
Wow, that's a big one.
So that was their big date. And then when they're ice skating, Buddy kisses her on the cheek and she says, "You missed." And then gives him a big old kiss.
Look at this. If they taught Buddy how to sort properly, all the work for the day would be done in half an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, the way he throws snowballs. Yes.
Yes. So Walter and his team secure a meeting with ghostwriter Miles Finch, who's played by Peter Dinklage. But Buddy interrupts the meeting and unintentionally insults Finch, mistaking him for an elf because of his dwarfism. Finch reacts violently and leaves the meeting. So here we go.
Poof, Dad, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows about it.
Not now. Can you please go back to the pit? I'll come visit you in a little while.
I didn't know you had elves working here.
Oh, wow. You're hilarious, my friend.
He does.
He doesn't. Get back to the story, please.
Does Santa know you've left the workshop?
You know we're all laughing our heads off.
Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
Hey, Jackweed, I get more action in a week than you've had in your entire life. I've got houses in LA, Paris, and Belle, and each one of them a 70-inch plasma screen. So I suggest you wipe that stupid smile off your face before I come over there and smack it off. You feeling strong, my friend? Call me Elf one more time.
He's an angry elf.
And he is promptly beaten up. And he gets up and he leaves. And yes, Fallout Dave.
He must be a South Pole elf.
And frustrated by the setback, Walter lashes out at Buddy and disowns
Yeah.
him. Ashamed, Buddy writes an apology on an etch-a-sketch. Whoops, I got this out of order. So, okay. Okay, I'm going to go backwards. So he writes a note on his etch-a-sketch and he leaves Walter's apartment and he says, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's writing this on the etch-a-sketch. I love that. I'm sorry I ruined your lives and crammed 11 cookies into the VCR. Walter's co-workers find Finch's notebook that he accidentally left behind, and they scramble to create a pitch. Just as Walter is presenting the pitch to Greenway, Michael arrives with news of Buddy's departure. So let me get this. And there's Buddy back in his outfit leaving. So he is doing his pitch, and Michael comes in. Dad, I got to talk to you.
Michael, what is it?
Buddy ran away.
What?
He left a note. I'm scared, Dad. He's gone.
Let me just finish this meeting and then we'll figure it out, okay?
Figure out what? Buddy cares for everybody. All you care about is yourself. Realizing his mistake, Walter quits his job and leaves to find Buddy. We're going to have to reschedule this up, Mr. Greenway.
We don't have time to reschedule. I want to hear the damn thing now. Son, you'll have to wait.
No, don't tell my kid what to do. Can't we do this another time, Mr. Greenway?
I flew in just to hear this pitch, and I intend to.
It's going to have to wait.
If you want to keep your job, Hobbs, you will pitch me this book right now.
Well, up yours.
Yeah, up yours, hey? Michael said. Yes.
Meanwhile, Finch is made. He's not even he's not even a singing mining dwarf. Hi ho, hi ho. Oh, goodness gracious. And yes, he played in Game of Thrones. So, Buddy, for a second there, Buddy looks on the bridge. It looks like he's going to jump. But then he sees Santa's sleigh crashing in Central Park. And he goes to find Santa Claus. And Santa explains that the sleigh has lost its engine, which is essential for flight due to the shortage of Christmas spirit. You can be Buddy.
Santa!
Back off, Slick. You'll scare the deer. Buddy, is that you?
Are you okay?
Boy, I'm glad to see you. The closet-meter suddenly just dropped down to 0. There's just no Christmas spirit anymore. And then the strain was too much and the engine broke free of her mounts. I need an elf's help.
I'm not an elf, Santa. I can't do anything right.
Buddy, you're more of an elf than anyone I've ever met, and the only one I would want working on my sleigh tonight.
Really?
Really? Will you fix it for me, Buddy?
I'll try. Papa taught me how.
You got to find it first. It dropped off the sleigh back over there's a way.
The engine?
The engine. Yeah. Go, Buddy. Go, Mr. Elf. Sorry to interrupt your first big news story, Charlotte, but New York One has just received some exclusive amateur footage that you might want to follow up on. There seems to be a strange man dressed in an elf as an elf wandering through Central Park. Now, I don't know if this is kind of hard-hitting news you're used to covering in Buffalo, Charlotte. So Jovi sees him in Central Park, and she promptly goes over
I
there.
what I love right there is that it has that 70s Sasquatch video, that famous Sasquatch video footage that everybody said was faked and all. It's got that graininess, that look, and he's walking style and all that.
Yes.
And Helda Tomby's here.
Hello, Tomby. Hello.
Welcome in. Howdy.
So Buddy is searching for it, and Michael and Walter are out there, and they see it. And Buddy's like, so let's see, we'll just say their names. Buddy, hey, you found it. You do Michael. And
okay, sorry about it.
I don't know how to do
type in the chat. Okay. You want me, Michael? Buddy!
I need to tell you something. You can be Walter.
Well, no, buddy. There's something I have to tell you right now. I didn't mean anything I said back there. Not a word. I know you may be a little chemically imbalanced, but you've been right about a lot of things. I don't want you to leave. You're my son, and I love you. Buddy, what was it what you wanted to tell me?
Right. Come with me. And they go, and they're introduced to Santa Claus, and you can be Michael.
Okay, so you're really Santa Claus?
You never can tell, kid. Tell me, Michael, what did you want for Christmas?
I wanted a skateboard.
Oh, not just a skateboard, a real huffboard. Look here, look here. How do you like them apples? Go look and see. And he gets
whoa. Sorry, I was like, whoa.
And then the sleigh moves up, and Michael says,
what happened?
You made my sleigh fly.
What do you mean?
Well, before the turbine days, this baby used to run solely on Christmas spirit. You believed in me, and you made my sleigh fly.
Hold it. If you're really Santa Claus, then we could just get some news cameras in here, and everyone will believe in you, then your sleigh will fly, right?
A Christmas spirit is about believing, not seeing. If the whole world saw me, all would be lost. The paparazzi have been trying to nail me for years. So Michael takes Santa's list and reads it in front of the news cameras gathered outside the park. You can be Michael, and I'll be everyone else.
Okay. It's him. It's the real Santa. His sleigh won't fly because nobody believes in him.
Did you see something in Central Park?
Everyone out there, Santa needs us to believe. I can prove he's real. Look, this is his list.
Okay, well, further confirmation that there has been a Santa sighting tonight. We have the naughty and nice list.
Lynn Kessler wants a Powerpuff Girls playset. Mark Webber wants an electric guitar.
Yes!
Carolyn Reynolds wants a Susie Talks a Lot.
Thanks, buddy.
Dirk Lawson wants a day of pampering at Burke Williams Spa. Stan Tobias wants a power pumper water pistol.
Must be another Dirk.
The cut scene to the biker bar. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave Keckler wants some Nike Shocks.
Oh, well, obviously we have a new development in this story. A confirmation that Santa Claus must have been sighted because we have his book right here.
What's your name?
I'm Charlotte Denon in New York 1.
Charlotte Denon wants a Tiffany engagement ring and for her boyfriend to stop dragging his feet and commit already. And like any good anchor does when they're embarrassed.
Sends it back to
the studio.
Cuts the camera.
Yep.
So anyway, Walter diverts. There's the Central Park Rangers, which are a horse team, are trying to find Santa Claus. And Walter puts on the Santa's jacket and hat and tries to lure them away while Buddy tries to reattach the engine. And Buddy asks Santa, why are they chasing us?
I put them on the naughty list, and they never forgave me.
So they're trying to get it all fixed. And so Jovi leads the crowd and those watching on television in a rendition of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and this generates enough Christmas spirit to power the sleigh without its engine. Go ahead and be Michael.
It's the real Santa. We need to get these cameras back on. He needs our help.
Hey, Michael, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but buddy, he's in the park with Santa. The sleigh won't fly because there's no Christmas spirit.
Emily, Michael,
Mom,
Emily, Michael. Oh, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Jovi, the best way to spend Christmas cheer is singing out for all to hear. You better watch out. You better not pout. I don't know what the words are.
I'm not crying.
Sorry. Charlotte, well, still no sign of Santa, but some spontaneous Christmas caroling has broken out right here in front of Central Park. Let's have a listen in. Santa
My
Claus
Claus
is
is
coming
coming to
to
town.
town. So there they
He's
are
sleeping when you're
singing. And
sleeping.
Michael, wait, you're not singing.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're just moving your lips.
Michael, please, what's the big deal?
Dad.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh, now my beauties. Santa chuckling. Bye bye. And they fly away just like the old days. And then we hear Papa Elf talking about what's happened. By the next Christmas, Walter started his own independent publishing company, with his first bestseller being a children's book based on Buddy's adventures. Buddy is also married Jovi and brings their infant daughter Susie to visit Papa Elf. And there is Buddy reading his story to a bunch of children. And he says, first, I traveled through the 7 levels of candy cane forest, past the sea of twirly, swirly gumdrops, and then I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel. The end. So that is the movie. It only took us about as long as the movie to do it itself. But anyway,
I
that's
think
a
we were better though.
so everybody write what your if you had any favorite scenes, favorite quotes or anything like that, let us know. We're going to kind of talk about the movie. Um,
Yeah,
so
and
that,
please share because you may trigger our memories about
yes.
some things in there.
So, Dadman, you can go first. What did you think about the movie? No rating yet, but just kind of general stuff.
I will say it was good for some laughs and stuff like that. I could definitely see how if you did not like Will Ferrell, this would not be a movie for you.
Mhm.
Because it truly was Will Ferrell in his brilliance. I mean, it's like full 100% non-decaffeinated Will Ferrell. I mean, all the gags, all the idiocy looking lines and facial expressions. I mean, you got it all here. He was excellent for what he did in this movie. It was really that's the first observation I had it too. But you know, it did have a heartwarming message. It did have it was a little bit more than the traditional things you see at Christmas. And I tell you, I've always been sensitive about the bad dad stuff. Like I said, like one of my things with Santa Claus. This one is kind of like dad that had been out of the loop. Well, for
Well, I
other
don't think it
reasons.
was a bad dad. He just
No, right. I
didn't
know. That's what I'm
know.
saying is
Yeah.
dad is right. Exactly. Because, you know, you can equate, like if I use the term dad beat dads. Well, he wasn't. He just didn't know. And of course, what would you do if somebody out of nowhere comes up and says, Dad, you know, you're going to like freak out and like, this can't be
In a
true.
freaking elf suit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that would be crazy. So, I mean,
And he did after he
yeah.
was arrested, after he took
Yeah.
him out of the jail, he did say, you know, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
So he did confront him with it.
Yeah. I mean, so some of the normal things that trap me, turn me off, were not as present in this one, but it had some very funny moments. It had some sad moments. It also had those grating on your nerve moments. Like you felt like with Jingle All the Way, like this is cringe. I can't stand this. I can't stand this. There were
Mhm.
moments like this in this movie because, like, oh god, I know this is embarrassing. It's not going to work out, and you feel for the character so much. But yeah, those are
Right.
just some initial thoughts.
I I thought that it was a very original story. Yes. Yes. How much sleep did you have? 40 minutes. That was probably he probably overslept for an elf. Um, but I thought the story was good, and I do agree if you do not um if you have an issue with Will Ferrell and that crazy manic kind of behavior, um, you might not like the movie. Um, I like the costuming. I like the innocence of seeing New York for the first time. Um, I think he's probably at times maybe should have been a little more scared because I mean he lived up in the North Pole where there was no cars or anything like that. I don't think he ever saw them. Um, and he wasn't. I mean, one almost hits him, and he's just kind of like, oh, sorry. I think there was there was the fish out of water, but I think there should have been a little more um, awkwardness, like with the escalator scene, how he was afraid to go up the escalator, but he's not afraid of these big metal things plowing down the street at 40 miles an hour. That I kind of thought was
Hmm.
ingenuous. Yeah, I'm saying elf. It wasn't logical to me. But he was smart enough to be scared of the escalator, and these things almost hit him. I mean, he did say, "Be careful of the yellow ones; they'll hit you." That line I thought was kind of funny, but there were just some things that kind of went. And I never did show a picture of Mary Steinbergen. I apologize for that, but she was almost a saint.
Yes,
Or
she was.
this you know he was a little weird, and her son is still a minor, and you're like, yeah, it's fine, just have him in here. No, nothing about him, and he's in an elf outfit. I would have been a little more, as a parent, as a mom, a little more worried having them around a child, even though he was in middle school. It's still he was a child, and that I kind of went, I'm like, a parent fail there, I think. Um,
Phantom Outsider says the fact that showing how fast the elves were hyperkinetic really is doubt anyone or thing could actually touch them.
well, he's not really a elf, so it could maybe not the
But
other elves.
well, they did blend it because, like the snowball thing, he
Yeah,
was incredibly fast at some things. What he
yeah,
was good at, he was very fast at. But
yeah, and that is another kind of thing. If he could throw snowballs that well, why couldn't he make? I mean, my gosh, he'd been training to be an elf his whole life. Why couldn't he build the toys? He was coordinated enough to, throw 50 snowballs in a minute. Why couldn't he learn to make etch sketches? It's not that difficult.
yeah,
So
well,
there was,
yeah,
but I then again, then there'd be no story,
yeah,
correct? So you
yes.
kind of had to.
It's like every movie. Every movie has things like that at one point. One of the other things that I thought about this movie was how the supporting cast really added to the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Santa mall manager. I mean, that fight scene between Santa, the fake Santa, and the and
Uh,
Elf were like, I mean, Santa was going after him with those candy canes, like bat blowing up those Lego builds with full force. And the kids went from screaming, I loved it because the kids went from Elf and Buddy are like falling over and there, and the kids are crying and screaming. Then all of a sudden, when the Santa's like whacking down the buildings with the big poles, candy cane poles, they're like, yay! And then, of course, the manager's coming through. What are y'all doing? And he tackles Santa. It's like, you got that. You got the scene with Peter Dinklage. not only
I
did he
think.
attack Buddy, go ahead then.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, yeah. Go ahead. When he ran across the table,
That was such a good sight shot and a camera angle.
yes, there were some. Technically, I loved the the especially the stuff like when Buddy decorated, or
Mhm. Yeah.
both of the and I think that was one of whose favorite scene was that. Um, Phantom Outsider, the part where Buddy redecorates just the Lego setup alone in one night. That was an impressive build stream.
Yep.
Yes, that whole scene when they wherever he decorated, I love I like those scenes.
Hmm.
I like the set design. Um, they did it so well, and the fact that why did they not miss all the pillows and furniture that had all the stuffing pulled out of them to make snow? Um,
Hmm.
their inventory. Oh, but and how did he know to sneak around? I guess maybe just elves inherently know that, I guess. Um, but there just was so many things that little things that I went, huh, huh, huh. And
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but if I was Miles Finch and I left angry,
Hmm.
I would have realized pretty quick that the book that had all my ideas in it
Yes.
was missing.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I mean, he never figured it out.
No, yeah, you would think, especially them trying to go to, even trying to use that as an idea. But Peter Venkman Fansite's here. Hello.
Hello, how are
Good to see
you
you
doing?
tonight.
Good to see
Absolutely.
you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're
Yeah.
now talking about if you have any favorite scenes or quotes from Elf. Um, please share them. If you have an opinion, you can write your opinion about it. Um, but so glad that you're here. Um,
Since we're talking about maybe, can I address one thing? Fan Outsider said earlier.
Absolutely.
Candy corn created for space aliens. They love candy corn, circus peanuts, and packing peanuts. I love circus peanuts also, so I must be an alien. Give me candy corn and circus peanuts, right, Mrs.?
And he does. And the
Yeah,
way he likes the circus peanuts is when they're a little stale.
yeah. Get them nice and firm. Hey,
Hmm.
all right. Sorry, I just had
That's
to do
okay.
that because see, I mean, we got plenty of packing materials in this stuff. We got a print shop, we got all the mail shop, we got bookstores, and then all the paper everywhere. It just the detail. Could you imagine being a set designer working on all that? It looked to be handmade. Uh, I don't know what streamers across all these rooms and stuff. You know, the only thing they
Phantom,
didn't have in the Christmas tree from Central Park was a squirrel or something.
right. And Phantom says, according to trivia in the scene where Walter was angry, um, director Favreau whispered in his ear to remember you are Sonny effing Corleone. And he nailed it in one take. Yes, even though Walter was a real jerk at the beginning of the movie, um, I don't think he was necessarily a bad dad. I just think he just got wrapped up in work, but he did come home,
Hmm.
and he wasn't like he was an absentee. Um,
And he was overwhelmed. He was busy. The pressure at
and
work, the failure of the business. They had to get a success on the next book launch.
yeah,
You know.
so there was a lot of stuff there, um, but I never felt that he was really neglectful of Michael. Um, I think he just was doing it, just working, and I think just the stress just got overwhelming for him. Um,
Hmm.
but when it finally he had that aha moment, when he says, you only care about yourself. I, it
Right.
was like, oh crap, he's right, and
Yeah.
he immediately rectified it. and it was like, oh, if you don't fire me, whatever, you know. And but I like getting back to I like the set design in the movie. I like the costumes that they did. I love that they did a Santa Claus that actually had a fake beard because I that's and he so obviously didn't look like a real Santa Claus. I don't. So I
Hmm.
just think there was just so much. There was stuff in here that I liked, but now I think it's probably time to, and we won't give our reviews yet, but if people in there would, I think we hit
Did
all
you
of
get to?
the.
Yeah,
I was
just
kind of looking. When you put one up, if you can unstar it, it would help.
okay. All right.
Um, Phantom says I'm not a fan of his, but I did love this movie.
Fallout
Uh,
Dave. That is.
I mean Fallout Dave. I'm so sorry. Um,
I'm
and
trying to install it, but go ahead. You drive it.
Okay, yeah, because let me see. Yes, the scene with the elves, him throwing the snowballs. Yes, because hey, they're in their element. Da, da, da. We did that one, and Fallout Dave says, I love the angry elf. And when Buddy was experiencing New York City, getting hit by the cab, all of that. I did love that kind of the um, innocence and the just lack of giving a crap that all the New Yorkers did with all the stuff that Buddy did. I mean, he's running around the revolving door and nobody is stopping him or secure. Nobody's there. It's just crazy.
And going back to the angry elf thing, though, yeah, that scene can't be. That scene was. I mean, I love Peter Dinklage. He's great in everything I've seen him play in, and especially the
Hmm.
jerkier the better. And it's like I like the way. Come on, he's like put his
Come,
head
you want a
down,
piece of
and
me?
and he
You want
got
a
two
piece of
hands
me?
waving it. Yeah, it's like yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It was like, dude, I tell you that was. I mean, angry elf. He pulled that off wonderful. And I just
yeah,
like I said, that design was like him taking off an aircraft carrier deck, just a step, do 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 do, and you see him coming. It was almost like a puppet. It just he
yeah,
was brilliant in that, and the way he came off. And you thought maybe he'd just jump on him. No, he did a friggin' feet kick thing like in Mortal Kombat and kicked him right into the wall. That was
yeah.
awesome. So,
And that was a good scene also. And
oh
yes,
yeah,
typical New York City behavior. They didn't care. They didn't care. And
did you?
Peter says the breakfast was the most.
But you may not have been with us earlier. You said that's the scene where Will Ferrell had to take two takes, right?
It
Because
took
the
him
first
two
time,
takes because the first time he ate it, he threw up. He couldn't keep it down. And
yeah.
Phantom says that, and yes, I never thought about that. Was that maybe the last time he sang was when he sang to Buddy's mom,
Mm,
or was at some point with just his mom? Maybe not in that picture, but that was the last time he sang.
mm,
Interesting.
yeah. Oh,
Yes, there was a lot of accidents in Lincoln Tunnel because people were surprised.
what about the elf walking through the tunnel?
Yes,
I,
yes.
I mean, I guess they can't close that kind of road down, but
No.
okay. Oh
And what's
wow.
so funny is if they actually did some filming of him walking in there, they didn't show any of it. They just showed him kind of standing outside. So I wonder, if that was, maybe it
Mm.
was just who knows. Yes, yeah, it explained. Well, I saw an elf. Like there was an elf, and yeah, and yeah, sure, sure. We want a drug test before we process this claim, please.
Oh,
But
that's wonderful.
I will say I do not like Will Ferrell. I watched the movie. There were funny scenes in it. I like the stuff with Miles Finch. I like the final scenes of the decorating. Um, and I liked. I think that might have been it. I liked the dining room table scene
Yeah.
when he's talking to the family and he's just kind of weird. Hey, Angry Canadian, how are you?
Howdy on the Twitch side. Good to see you.
Oh, yes, Twitch, Twitch. I'm so
Yes,
glad it actually it
exactly.
actually made it where they could talk. Yay!
Yes, we made sure it
Um,
was off emote only.
so we're
And
do
yeah, go ahead.
we're
Sorry.
we're talking about Elf. If you have any scenes that you really like in Elf, and if you guys
Oh
want to
my,
put your
Cor-
rating down,
Corey's here.
if you well, then we know probably what your rating will be. So if you want to
Yes.
put your rating down, if you want to say why, you can. If you don't,
Well, you don't like
um,
the movie. Yeah.
and yes, the scenes with Bob Newhart, I agree with you. I love his delivery. I loved I love the opening scene when he is telling, about elves. And I love the final scene where he's wrapping everything up. He just does a nice long monologue at the end, and he basically ends the movie. I agree. I really do like Bob Newhart.
Oh gosh. Oh, I'll start Corey's rating. I'll start rating that.
Oh goodness! But I don't like Will Ferrell.
Hmm.
This movie wasn't bad to sit through the first time, but my ratings are lower because I never want to watch this movie again. This whole classic thing. I mean, okay, there are a couple lines I
Yeah.
might repeat. Probably, he's an angry elf
Yeah.
whenever someone gets mad, but it's
We know people that put this up like Miracle on 34th Street. You know who I'm talking about, Mrs. I mean, they
yeah.
gush over this movie like it is the Christmas movie of all Christmas movies.
Yes, angry Canadian. Yep, and he loves this movie. Well, we give it a rating. You can give it out
Yeah,
of 10
totally.
or out of 5 or however you want to do it. You can do candy canes, popcorn,
Yeah, feel free.
just stars.
Tell us
But
why you like it. I mean, like that quote, we're still up to suggestions and comments from people if you have it. So he loves that movie. About the Will Ferrell thing. I will tell you, it depends on the movie also, because I think Anchorman he was perfect because that type of you've worked in news and all that before. You've seen it,
mhm,
and like when they went off the thing with the script and he read it verbatim, not even thinking, you know, there were so many things that confirmed it with real life observations.
mhm,
I that was a movie where he didn't have. Well, he was meant to be over the top, where it was not necessarily over the top screeching like in this one, at times. But I think it depends on the movie with him, you
right.
know.
So we're going to go ahead and give our rating. And you guys can put yours in the chat and we will
Mm-hmm.
um,
Angry Kitty said its rating
yeah,
is hard. Only watch it one time a year. Same with Miracle. Yep. I understand. It's kind of like with Jingle All the Way, one of the other movies we've done.
yep. Well,
Only time we watch this
I
about
had
this
no
time of year.
problem rating that one. So I think all 10 of you that are watching right now on the YouTube side, I think those that are watching on the Twitch side, Angry Canadian, yay! And we have 13 likes over here on YouTube. Um, so we're going to go do a little rehash of the other movies that we have watched and how we rated them. Um, so our first three movies that we watched, the first one was Jingle All the Way. I gave it a 3 out of 10. Um, and my youngest agrees. Dadman gave it an 8 out of 10. So you kind of see how our
No,
taste
the kid was
run.
booing your rating and agreed with mine because the kid loves Jingle All the Way.
So then we have Gremlins, which this is the first time Dadman watched it. He gave it a 7 out of 10, and I gave it an 8 out of 10,
Yeah.
just because some of the special effects annoyed me. And
Yeah.
it really actually one scene annoyed me, and so
Yeah, but that still gets me. Just because I love that claymation action with them walking up the street. I thought that was cute and adorable.
um, so and then we watched the 1951 A Christmas Carol with Alastair Sim. It's also sometimes titled Scrooge. We both gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yes.
Um, so it was stayed pretty close to the original. Um, and even though the effects obviously were very dated, they were not. They worked. I think that's the thing. I don't mind dated effects if they work. The walking gremlins did not work, in my opinion.
Well, but it was
So,
limitation of the technology at the time, though.
then
It,
they
it's
shouldn't
like
have used it.
the
So,
class of
then we
Titans.
did Santa Claus.
You cut me
Um,
off. I
I
know.
know
It's just
because we've already had this discussion. If you want to watch it, you can go watch the stream. So then we have Santa Claus, which the last one we did. I gave it a 6 out of 10 trees. Dadman gave it a 5 out of 10. There was just a lot of issues of this movie that we had with a lot of continuity and stuff like that. The only reason I gave it 6 out of 10 was because I liked Tim Allen. And
mm-hmm. Oh, Batwood is here, by the way.
hey, Batwood, nice to
Oh,
see you.
Batwood thinks that the Santa Claus was the best Christmas Carol movie. Well,
No, he goes,
actually,
I
or is
think
it
it's the best Christmas Carol movie.
okay? Talk about Alistair Stem.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. Yes.
Yes,
Angry
I
Canadian does love Santa Claus, though.
and hello, Batwood. I thought Tim Allen was really good, and that's why I don't think I haven't seen anybody really give it any ratings except for Corey, which gave it a negative um, 10 million stars because he hates Elf. Apparently, I wish he would tell us what he really thought, but he doesn't. Because he said, to me, it's the top 3 of the worst Christmas movies of all time. I'm very curious to know what the other 2 are.
Yeah, Corey, I am
Um,
too because I'm like I mean I'm curious now to know
so,
what the other two would be because I, feel free tell us what the other two are. You don't have to rank them in any order, but geez,
so,
I'm kind of sweating, Mrs. Though, for this answer.
right. So, let's see. What do we have here? Yes, his rating. Here is the rating. Here we have negative 10 million stars. That is perfect. Fallout Dave gave it a 6.5 out of 10. A lot of funny scenes, but it did have some spots it drug a bit. We have Angry Canadian saying, I love this movie. And Batwood says, the Alistair Sim Christmas Carol is the best, I think. Hope you're all doing well. It's neat seeing you do these reviews. I'm enjoying it. Well, thank you very, very much for that. I'm enjoying doing them. Um, they're fun, and I kind of start thinking about the movies a little differently. Next year, since there's so many different versions of Christmas Carol, I am thinking of doing like a bracket system and us rating them with reviews. Um, and Batwood, we are actually going to be reviewing. There's the Krampus, and then they had to edit the movie to get the rating that it had. So there's actually a version that's called Krampus, is it the naughty version or something like that? And that's the one we're going to watch. So it will, if you don't
I'm
watch
afraid of
it,
that.
they'll have. I think it said it had like 4 extra minutes of
Mm-hmm.
um it'll be interesting because we watched the naughty cut. Thank you, Atwood. We watched the the cut version. So this is like the director's cut, and also on uh, tomorrow, Friday the 13th. I think it's an appropriate day to be reviewing Krampus.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a special guest, Agent Atwood, who loves this movie, and will be with
One
us
of the
to
few
talk
things
about it.
one of the probably the very few things that that Atwood and I agree about.
Yes.
Probably one of
And
the very
Phantom
few.
and Phantom says Ed Asner gave an interview before the film came out and basically showed he was a horrible person and a petty man, knowing that you really can't see him as Santa.
Mm.
Um,
That happens with actors all the time. It's like I could not stand seeing Alec Baldwin as Jimmy Doolittle in Pearl Harbor. I mean, it's it's uh, that's why they're
mhm.
actors. I mean, it's just. But yeah, I agree with that sentiment though.
Yeah, and
We got
Phantom, a
we have
couple more reviews here. Phantom
oh
gave an 8 out.
oh real quick. Sorry about this. Only because we had just talked about Krampus. I would threw this in that see this is a significant thing to me though.
Okay, well,
So that's gonna
we'll
be
see.
interesting.
We'll
Hey,
talk
think
about
about
it
yeah,
tomorrow.
that's
We'll talk
interesting.
about it Friday. I'm sorry. Tomorrow
Friday.
we are not. We'll be talking about it on
Yep.
Friday.
Right.
Um, so there's something. Oh, so Phantom gave it an 8 out of 10. And Angry Canadian, I think Elf is either an 8 or 9 out of 10. Very good. We're going to have some upset people when they see our responses about it.
You want one at a time, or do you show them both at the same time?
I show both at the same time.
Okay. Well,
It's too much work to make them go one
I,
at a time.
but you do so great when you do that. But I got
I know. So, yeah. So Friday we'll be doing talking about Krampus. It'll be very interesting. And yeah, yes, Buddy says Elf is a one and done for me. Don't care to watch it again. And that's my kind of thing. I watched it. There's some movies I watch and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am never going to get that hour and a half or 2 hours back. This movie, I didn't feel that way, but I don't necessarily feel I have to watch it. Does not have to become a Christmas tradition for me to watch. Um,
and I
if
agree
it
with that
happens
sentiment.
to be on in the background, I'm not going to run and turn the TV off. But it's not one that I'm going to on purpose go and see. So
Or
that's
I'll tell you what happens with me. Sometimes if I see it played on cable or something, and I know the funny scenes coming up, I'll stick around and watch it for a few minutes. Oh gosh, look at Atwood though out there.
but
But
Buddy
Buddy, go ahead.
but Buddy, it's perfect for you. Buddy Hepburn, meet Buddy the Elf. Sorry, had to make that pun at least once. Buddies will change the channel.
Yes, but I will say this is a strong part of
Yes,
the
that is
movie.
true.
Yeah,
But he never wavered. How he was brought up in his elf beliefs and his belief in Christmas and his belief that, like I said, everyone has a chance to get on the nice list.
yeah.
It's like he never saw bad in anybody. And his dad his dad made him sad, but he never got angry with them.
Well,
He was sad and blamed himself for everything.
even before he met his dad, when Santa told him up front, "Your dad's on the naughty list," his reaction was horrified. He screamed. It's like a man he never ever met, but then it's his dad, and then the thought of his
And
dad
he
not
still
liking
wanted to go
Santa.
see him.
Yeah, because he wanted to. Uh, I think in part, of course, save him or bring him around to believing in Christmas like he does.
Right. Maybe. Probably. Yeah, because there was a message. I think that was that you know I guess the spirit of Christmas. Um, and Buddy was like the epitome of Christmas spirit. Um, and this is something I'm going to ask. Okay, Buddy wasn't an elf. So why didn't his belief and his excitement help make the sleigh fly?
Well, Mrs., you're
I
up to
just thought
15.
about that.
You're up to 15 people on the YouTube side.
Oh
Just letting
wow!
you know,
Thank
we
you
had a lot
so
of people
much.
speak in. So that's
Thank
what
you
I'm
so
saying
much.
right
If you
here.
guys have any lines or scenes or likes or dislikes of the movie, please put them in. I'm pondering the fact, I just kind of thought about it, Christmas spirit. Buddy was like infused with Christmas spirit, but he wasn't an elf. So I'm assuming elves can't help with their spirit help the sleigh fly because it should have no problem because they're just full of it. But Buddy, um,
Hmm.
because there wasn't belief, as he knew there was a Santa.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Of course, yeah, because then the others may not. I think Santa says, well, though he can't be shown because then that takes away the mystery and that stuff. So it's almost a conundrum right there. But yeah, but absolutely, he knew there was Santa. Santa was real,
Yeah.
and he knew when Santa was a fake.
Yeah.
And he was willing to fight for it too. He wasn't
Yeah.
going. What was that? You smell like beef and cheese or
You
something?
smell like you're not Santa. You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And, do you remember the Toy Story montage? Didn't you say something about Toy Story when we were watching it? Uh, The angry elf. Yeah, we talked about the angry elf. That was definitely a great scene. But
The Toy Story.
the Toy Story montage. Hmm. I don't know. Explain a little bit more about that Canadian. It may ring our bell on that one. So, uh, that's why Santa said people couldn't see him.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and race and environment does make a difference.
Yeah, I understand him reading the list, but does that kind of take the belief? I mean, because Santa was upset when Michael took that list. Michael might be on the naughty list the next year, but even though he did help him, because actually it wasn't really Michael reading the list helped some. But see, okay, but wait, okay, no, you said because Buddy knew that he was real. Well, yes, yes, the toy store, yes. When
Oh,
they
Toy
built
Story.
those giant Legos, that was so cool. That whole decorating montage, I agree with you. But when Michael was excited to get his present and the sleigh started rising, Michael knew that Santa was real. So, but his Christmas spirit still helped fly the sleigh. So,
And then at the end of the day, it's like we say half the time, like MST3K. At the end of the day, it's a movie.
it's a movie. But then,
Uh,
get me kind of thinking,
yeah, it's fun to ponder some of these things like that.
he wasn't sure yet. I think he was sure, Fallout Dave. We're pushing it. Because I think he wanted to believe in Santa. I think he did believe in Santa, but Fred
Oh, here it
Claus's
is.
Four Christmases are worse than Elf. Oh, okay, we're not
Wow.
redoing those.
I
Woo!
thought I heard about, isn't Fred Claus with the other annoying guy, Vince Vaughn? And
I
Four
don't remember.
Christmases, was that one of the chick flick
Isn't
ones?
that the four the four vignettes or something? Or I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
looking it up. I'm looking it up. I
I
got
know. So okay, so let's go ahead. We will
Oh,
get
it's
back.
another Vince Vaughn one. I'm
They're
sorry.
both, yeah.
Vince Vaughn has, I think it's what I thought with him and Reese Witherspoon. They couple struggled to visit all four of their divorced parents on Christmas. Did
Uh,
did we see that one?
no, but I probably have it in my collection over here.
Yeah, and Fred Claus I've never seen, but I think that's also with him.
That's one I never
Yeah,
wanted
another
to.
Vince Vaughn movie. Yeah, a
Yeah.
dark comedy holiday. As
Uh,
it started as Santa's bitter older brother, who is forced to
yeah.
help him in the North Pole.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have no desire.
Yes.
I never wanted to see that one. But
Oh,
so I ponder these things. I will say that none of this really affected my rating. Um, like I say, I enjoyed the movie to a point when I wasn't annoyed at Will Ferrell. Um, um, and it just kind of sometimes got a bit on my nerves. It's kind of like I like watching Robin Williams in when he's acting, even when he's done all the ad lib stuff like the genie and things like that, because it's kind of edited and contained. But when he was on talk shows, I couldn't stand him. His was so he was so ooh, hyper and crazy, and it it would drive me crazy. So let's take and put angry Canadian out of his misery.
All right.
So are you ready? Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So we both gave it 4 out of 10.
You
And
still like this better than Jingle All the Way?
I still like it better than Jingle All the Way, but Will Ferrell just got on my nerves. That, and I know that he was an elf, and I know that he's eternally cheerful, and I know all that stuff, but he just annoyed me in it. Everything else I liked about it because
Yeah.
I thought there were scenes that were I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's never going to watch our. He's going to unsubscribe. He's going to leave. He's going to say bad things about us.
Hey, we
Um,
still love your Imperial Starship builds, dude.
I'm going
So,
to go to his builds when I see them, and he's going to go. I'm not talking to you. You don't. You only gave it 4 out of 10 stars. I'm messing with you, angry Canadian. I know.
uh,
Um,
and you were
uh,
driving the cab, but go ahead.
Um, yes, I was the one driving the cab. The yellow ones hit you. Just Will Ferrell annoys me, and I like I say I could get through watching it once, and I enjoy. I will say that for the most part, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it because um, I liked Bob Newhart's parts in it. Um, I like James Caan. He was good in it. Michael was good in it. Michael kind of um, tempered Buddy a little bit when they
Mhm.
were together, even though they did crazy stuff.
Well, that's what I was
Um,
saying earlier. I
but
think
it's just I don't know. I don't know how old Will Ferrell is in tights. Just
the supporting cast really helped carry this
the
movie a lot.
supporting
It
cast
did.
made the movie. Miles Finch, Peter Dinklage, all of them. Um, I love the supporting cast. I love the 26-year-old worker release guy down in the mailroom. And I didn't talk about the scene like, they're wasted and they're just kind of like laying on I don't know, a thing of mail or something, just kind of just chatting away, you know.
Oh,
I'm getting
Angry Canadians,
cold.
Cole, yes. And by the way,
Oh
B from O
no.
is here. B from O is here. Yeah, been here. Had not seen the movie, but feels that way about Will. And Santa Megatron gives it 6 butt cakes out of 10.
Oh. So there are other Christmas movies I like better, and some of them we'll talk about. I think it coming on, and some of them I might get more people to
Well,
hate me.
well, I tell you some of the reasons. I will say there were other personal drawbacks. I think with this because there, I don't know. I think sometimes a movie can be brought down by expectations. And we had people close to us that at the time that were like, "Oh, this is the best movie." They were
And
so
wait,
hyped.
an angry Canadian says, "Aha!" To each his own. Exactly, exactly, and um, that's why we just say these are our opinions. If you like the movie, fantastic. There's probably a movie like we like that you'll go, "Oh my gosh, that's horrible," and that's okay.
Our
I
our
that's why they make all the different kinds of movies and
our
things.
special guest subject on Friday night.
Oh, Krampus!
Yeah. Ooh, we
You're
got to
not
see how
well.
you're naughty though.
Why so? Oh no, 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 Krampus! That's the movie we're reviewing on
Yeah,
Friday. If you
yes.
haven't figured it out.
Well, and like I was saying, is sometimes a movie can have so many expectations, and like we say, I think it was said earlier, it's everybody has their own belief or something. Because the people we knew were all they were big Will Ferrell fans. They were kind of annoying themselves in real life, but they really. I was seriously, and they're talkers, loud, all this stuff. But but they kind of made it such a, and other things have made such a big deal out of this that you can't help but sometimes fall short of expectations you build in people's head.
Mhm.
This movie is a great me movie and everything else, and sometimes it's hard to
Maybe
get that
that's what
stretch.
it is.
I,
Maybe because everything, maybe, um,
buddy, he's
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that nice one, buddy. Doesn't come off as an elf in New York, mostly an unaware jerk with no filter and performance. And that may be also character type. What
Yeah.
if this movie had been recast with somebody else that was not Will Ferrell? Not the Will
Hey,
Ferrell from Bobby, Talladega Nights, or Anchorman, but take another comedian that I don't necessarily know Vince Vaughn, but take another acceptable comedian, put him in this role, and would it have been different?
well, yeah, because they would have been
I
a
mean,
different person. They would have had a different
well,
take.
no, I mean, but see, I mean, so much could be prejudged
I
based on the
just don't
actor.
think
It could
Buddy
have been a
had. I just don't. I wish, and here this is going to sound weird. I mean, I wish there was a little more depth to Buddy.
yeah,
I would,
yeah,
and maybe that's yeah. I see. I'm making this movie like it's a masterpiece.
yeah,
It's Elf,
yeah,
which is a fun, silly movie for people. That's what it was meant to be.
yeah,
But I think he was extremely one dimensional in this, and
yeah. I maybe that's
and
what it
and
was meant to
and,
be, and
and
maybe
maybe
it,
I don't know.
yeah,
But Buddy says could be worse. We all could have to view 550 Hallmark Christmas movies they put out this year. Hey, just watch one of them and just replay it 50 times. They're all the same. But I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
yeah, yeah.
I watch
Thank,
them with my mother-in-law.
no, yeah, I've watched yeah, I've had to watch them with you and her before. Yep.
Yeah. And Fallout Dave, you are correct. If you've seen one of those 50, you've seen them all. Pretty girl meets pretty boy doesn't like them, or she's disillusioned with the world, and it has nothing to do with Christmas. But he helps her, and they fall in love. End of movie.
Yay.
And Angry Canadian says fruitcake sounds like a better punishment than coal, and
Exactly.
you have to eat it, especially
Yeah.
that stuff that's they have in the store.
Yeah, I just
Um,
like I said, I think overall for me, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. It suffered from probably a little bit too much exposure of but I'm willing to always revisit a 4. Maybe it might be a little bit low, but just knowing everything right now,
I would watch
I
Elf over Jingle All the Way.
bull really no,
Yes, I would.
that's wrong. That's travesty.
I do
Jingle.
not like Jingle All the Way. So,
That's
okie dokies.
boy. So we got to remind A. That's too funny. Oh, so let's see.
I
What
know
according
that
to
this was supposed to be a silly movie, but I just wish that, um, like the bubble gum scene.
yeah,
If he took some of you pulled the gum and he smelled it and it smelled sweet and he put it in his mouth and it was like blah, blah, there was something on it, a little more dimension. It's just it was
yeah,
just like, he couldn't resist it because it was sweet. But then when
yeah.
it got in his mouth, it was like nasty. Like maybe they chewed it with tobacco or something.
Just a couple things here. Batwood agrees. Elf over Jingle. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you,
Oh, now
Batwood.
bad Christmas movie I like is Help for the Holidays. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
oh gosh, Dave. Gosh. Oh, but look at a couple of things that earlier film had brought up. Fred Claus had an interesting premise with a Santa and Mrs. that are immortal, but so are the family members. So, and Corey
interesting.
said a sad thing when you give Vince Vaughn he can't act real well. Yeah, exactly. He can act very good in some things. So, Dodgeball was one of my favorites with him. So
I did like dodgeball.
yeah, Fred was bitter because you get your parents' attention when the son of Santa. And so we love both our kids equally. Yeah, sure, you love Fred just as much as Santa. Oh, and Atwood said, I don't like either, but I do like Jingle All the Way just a smidge better, even if it's just a Christmas version of Kindergarten Cop. I love that. It's not a Puma. I like, but hey. All right.
So
Yep.
anyway, that is our review
Yay.
of Elf. I apologize for those that um, don't like our ratings. I'm sorry, but we have to be honest here. We have to be honest here with our true thoughts about the movie. Um,
Feel free, share it out to everybody, and get the people that love Elf to come watch this video and subscribe to the channel. Get Mrs. to 500. So
okay, no.
I'll pitch you.
Okay, well, it is. Well, thank you. Well, it is 2 hours
Yeah.
into the show, 10 o'clock on our neck of the woods. So I am going to go ahead and start our promotions. And here we go. First off, my morning musings. Are you clicking that off? No. Okay, morning musings with Mrs. Dadman walking. Your daily dose of positivity is Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. We just got back from vacation, so I will be back. Hey, don't apologize. All opinions are allowed, but mine is most right.
There you go. Uh oh, look at angry
Oh
Canadian.
no! Oh no!
Yes.
Please no! Oh.
Did you take a reindeer here? Sorry, just the line
Oh
from the movie.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Oh my gosh.
Elf Mob, I love it.
So we'll start again tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I hope to see you all there. Um, Dadman's show tomorrow has changed. It is no longer going to be the movie review of Battleship. Um,
It's going to be more of a chill
it's
chat.
going to be more of a chill chat. Some stuff came up, and that was not allowed to happen. It will occur at a later time on Friday
But
at
please
on
show up.
December.
But please show up because the chat may help drive some of the topics tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
Could be
fucking
an
yes.
early squirrel stream type thing. So please,
You can go
make
and
us be
and tell them how horrible Jingle All the Way is. Friday the 13th at 10 p.m. It is a special time, 10 p.m. We are going to be discussing Krampus, and we will have a special guest, Agent Atwood, um, with us. And let's see. Okay, okay. I'll give Dadman this one. Jingle All the Way over Elf, but not by much. It's like comparing dog crap and horse crap. One's just bigger than the other. Oh my gosh. I don't think he really likes either one of them, Dadman. Which one do you like the last?
I'll go Jingle All the Way. Because you got Robert Conrad, you got Sinbad. Yes, Dave. Yes, for Christmas, Mrs. will tell you about our post office box. You can send a Jingle All the Way gift set to us in our post office box.
You can if you want to.
Yeah. Oh well. Phantom's warning that Canadians don't have mobs when the national sports uses a broom. Hey, we like curling, don't we, Mrs.?
I love curling. Yes, actually,
yeah.
I think on Friday there is a curler that has a birthday, and I'm actually put her in just because she's a curler. So I could do a review and comparison between Black Christmas and its two remakes. Black Christmas, that's a scary movie, right?
Let's see. I'll take a look.
I am. Yeah. So anyway, this is Friday at 10 p.m. It is at a special time that night. Saturday at noon, we are going to be talking about a lot of the Christmas cartoons or animations that we were raised with. It's not just going to be Rudolph Small One, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There's also going to be, my gosh, all of a sudden, the small one, the Little Drummer Boy, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Oh, he said that that one's really scary. That I might I watch I was it took me a long time to watch Krampus, and Krampus is not that bad. Um, we the 12 bad movies of Christmas. So we're going to be talking about a
That would be
lot of
fun.
these movies here. We're going to be doing something a little different. Um, we're going to kind of like uh, do a little synopsis, um, talk about the movie, how it's our thoughts of our thoughts about it, and then we are going to put them do an overall ranking of these movies, and then I'm going to have me and Dad, we're going to put them in order of our favorite all the way down the list. I don't like saying
Mhm.
least favorite because it's just sometimes is our favorite and then our most favorite, because I think I like all of these movies. um, and I might add a couple more in there. We'll see what we can get watched, because I want to try to watch them one more time before we do that. Um, yes, the stop action ones. Absolutely. And we went and met the Grinch this weekend at Universal, so it was really fun. Um, so that's Saturday. Sunday, we're going to be doing a Christmas vacation with Chevy Chase. Christmas stories on Monday. On Tuesday, I'll be doing my Lego Christmas build. And then that evening, we'll be talking Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yes.
Wednesday is Scrooge.
Another one I have not
I
seen.
love Scrooge. I am very curious to see if it ages well, because I haven't watched it in years. So that
Okay.
one I'm very, very curious to see um, how well it ages. And then on Thursday, we'll do puttering around in Lego Fortnite. Thursday evening, we're going to be doing Klaus, which is on Netflix. If you have an opportunity to watch this, I would
Yes.
recommend watching it. This is like a new classic movie that I would watch. I would watch this every year.
See this.
I'm kind
This
of giving a little bit away, but if you have an opportunity to watch
it,
it, watch this one.
exactly. I don't like a lot of the animated stuff and all, but that movie with watching with you and the kids was just amazing. It is worth your time and effort to
Yeah.
take a look
So
at that.
anyway, we'll talk a little
Absolutely.
more about it, but it is. I'm just saying, if you have an opportunity to watch it, watch it.
Mm.
And then this all culminates to our Friday show, which is going to be on Dadman's channel, which is about Christmas traditions around the world with us and with Daisy Blossom Flower Child. Um, so that will be Friday, December 20th at 8 p.m. If you would like
Mm.
to help support me. Did you want to say anything about that, by the way, Dadman? That is on Dadman's channel.
A couple things. Let me go. Really, a couple things. I want to start a couple of the comments I want to come back to before
Okay.
we. And yeah, I mean, listen, the ladies here stepped up this year to talk about some Christmas traditions and stuff. And Mrs. and Daisy Bloss is already working on some stuff. Just come and have fun with us and hang out. It'll be the third year I've done a Christmas or holiday type show and an annual thing, and hope to see you all there. Really, really much. I mean, that's pretty much all I can say is just make plans to be there. Really getting in the Christmas season this year. Christmas has new meaning for a lot of us around here for a lot of reasons. So,
Yeah, and it's not just going to be like our personal Christmas traditions, but even
mm,
some. I'm going to look at different countries and see what kind of some of Christmas traditions in other countries can be. Um, so
absolutely. Look forward to it. It's going to be great. These ladies know their stuff. It will be fun. And they both have a great, infectious laughter, both of them.
we know our stuff, or we know how to Google.
And y'all know how to laugh very well. Y'all do great
Oh goodness.
laughing. So we'll have fun. Definitely have fun. But that's about it. You said
Okay,
everything.
so that, and then that we'll be taking the Christmas week following off. Um,
Possible random stuff. as we do, but
scheduled
yeah,
scheduled
but
stuff will
nothing
be
scheduled.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my gosh.
so
Go ahead.
did you want to talk about these star things before I go to my final?
Yeah, let's do that
Let's go in it.
because these started because I mean they weren't these are some of the movies. Let me
Okay.
jump to this one. I think Peter Venkman fan sites asked me if I did not like the animation. When I'm wondering if that's about if they're directed to you or to me about not liking animation. Not really a fan of a lot of the animated stuff, but like Klaus was one that was like
I love
it got me.
animation.
So
I love good
I
animation.
don't know. I think I might have seen the musical animation
There's a bunch
many
of
years as a
see,
kid.
but there's so many different animations
Yeah.
of A Christmas Carol, and some of them are not
Well,
good.
Peter Venkman fan site
But
loves every one. Now, are
right,
you?
I mean, they're not good animation or that,
Mhm.
but it's
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
I would say like the question, like Peter Venkman fan site loves every version. I mean, I wonder if they, I can't remember if they were dropped by during Alistair Sim, but I mean, that was one that we've had several people tell us is the best of all the. Batwood tonight also said they like
no,
that version
he
best.
likes Albert Finney's is
Oh,
the
I
best.
thought he said Albert Sim, but we
Albert
know
Finney.
Lisa. I thought Lisa said
Lisa likes
that. So
Alistair Sim the best.
yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, my thing with Christmas Carol is I just got to get away from George C. Scott as the only Scrooge. It's like Patton stuck in
Hmm.
my head. And also Corey, yes, TNT killed A Christmas Story for a lot of us. Yes, because it's shown
Yeah.
for movies years only just now as it's like every hour on the hour for 24 hours on both TNT and TBS. It's like, oh, talk about overexposure. But yeah, so so all right. In fact, no, you don't need to do shots. I mean, it's
Yes,
not
you do. You do need shots. You need the shots so
these.
that you can laugh. You
Yeah,
need happy shots.
yeah. So Corey,
Do
please do.
shots.
Yeah, Corey, please do join us for the Christmas Carol, Christmas Story movie, and feel free to say whatever you want to in it because we'd like just don't avoid us for that. So, oh no, Atwood clarified. Batwood does like Alistair Sims better. Atwood
No,
likes Albert Finney.
Batwood. No, yeah, Batwood likes
Right, that's what I
Alistair
said.
Sim.
Batwood.
Oh,
I
okay.
said Batwood. Yeah, so it's like Batwood and Atwood. They're rhyming, but
Yes.
yeah. So, but yeah, it's and, so we'll see. I didn't know there was a 70. I didn't know there was an Albert Finney version. So I guess that's another one to put on the
There's a
list.
lot of different versions of it. And if I did the bracket thing, it'd be really hard because there's actual versions of it that are like directly from the book. Then there's some that are like um inspired by the book, like Scrooge
Yeah.
and uh Blackadder's Christmas Carol and things like that. And then there's the live action ones and then there's the animated ones. And it's going to be very, very interesting to figure out how I'm going to do the brackets of it. So I'll probably in January start trying to figure that out and research all the movies and get them so that we can watch them all and all that. But
Hmm.
it's going to be very, very interesting
Yep. That it will.
because
That it will.
there's so many versions of A Christmas Carol. You have modern ones. You have Hallmark versions of A Christmas Carol. And
We
you
have a
have
Muppet version.
well, there's a Muppet version, there's musicals, there's like Scrooged, which is, you know, not a exact retelling of the book. So how do it's going to be really having to think how am I going to do it, do the
Mm,
brackets. So it'll be very
yep.
interesting. It'll be very, very interesting when
Hmm.
we figure it out.
All right. Well,
So yeah, but
that's
we've
all I
been
got.
about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yep, I know.
Yes,
We went over 2 hours just on the movie this time, so hey, that's
I
pretty good.
know.
Yep. So,
So here we go. I'm going to finish up my shameless promotions here. I think all our starred ones are they done? That one's done.
yeah, I believe so.
That
Yep.
one's done. That one's done.
Just remember,
That
join me
was so
tomorrow night at
good.
8 o'clock for something. I don't know what yet, but hey, we'll
Yes,
have some fun.
Dadman's gonna be doing something tomorrow. And
And
if you would,
just and if I'm talking sports, don't leave if you don't like sports. It's not intended to be a sports stream. Just wanted that clear. So, but hey,
oh, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I really do like that. That's a retelling of the Gift of the Magi, I believe, interpretation of it.
yeah.
Um, so
Oh, and thank you, Peter Venkman fan site. All
thank
right,
you
well,
so much. Thank you so much.
absolutely. And
So
Peter Venkman fan site, I think retweeted this out
well, thank you
earlier
so much for that. Thank you so much, and I
for
thank you for
everyone.
the how many people are still watching over here? The 10 people that are still watching over here on YouTube,
Yes,
and the one person that's over there on Twitch. Thank you so much. I
we love
really, really,
derailments. We
yes.
love derailments, especially on my chill chats and the late night shows.
The Muppet version has music by Paul Williams. Yeah.
Yep.
So it'll be very interesting. I'm looking forward to doing that. So if you like what you're seeing and would like me to do more of it, you can help support the channel. Right now, StreamYards, what we use to be able to present all this. Oh, the Emmett Otter one does very cool. Um, the buddy Paul Williams music. Um, StreamYards, what we use to present this, has doubled in price. Um, and so we're you know where we were paying 20, we're now paying
45.
45. Um, so that hurts a little bit. So if you'd like to help out, you can buy me a cup of coffee at coffee.com, Mrs. Dadman Walking 55 with no punctuation. Um, you can buy a $5 cup of coffee. You can buy a bigger cup of coffee, a grande. You can buy me a cup of coffee every month, um, if if um, if you so desire. Um, I appreciate it if you do. I have a couple people that do monthly um, donations, and they're greatly appreciated. Um, You can also go to my creator wish list and look at stuff that's over there and support me by gifting me something. I have a lot of build sets there. If I don't have to buy build sets to build, then that saves money and I can put it toward the StreamYards and other things. Upgrade equipment. I'd like to get to where I can use two cameras. Um, that is another upgrade on StreamYards, which I don't think I'll be able to afford. Um, but there's just so many different things. Um, so if you would like to support, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm sorry. I'm going to say I hate asking, but I don't mind asking. It's not a requirement. If you would, just letting you guys know. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not ashamed to ask at all. If you would like to mail us something, you can send something to me or Dadman Walking 55 or Angelo, our youngest, who you hear, who is streaming right now as we speak, because you can hear them through our walls. We need to get soundproofing. Um, um, so we do not have a
I don't
soundproof house, as you
soundproof.
can
I don't
tell.
think I don't think soundproofing will stop that kid's voice from coming through any walls. So
But you can
hey,
send it to a
and
snail
don't.
mail at P.O. Box 26603, Jacksonville, Florida 32226.
I wanted to say a real quick thing about the Throne account. Those are a cool way to donate items and help kind of
Mhm.
quote crowdfund them, for lack of a better term, because thanks to that, you managed to get the 3 peeing bears and create your own bear bathroom.
Yes, I got a
So
yes, yes, yes,
it's awesome.
exactly. And I have received some sets from people from Fallout Dave. I received a polar bear, which I'm
Uh,
going to build. It will be. I'll probably do that in January. I want to get with him to see if he can do it while he can actually watch the stream. I try to do that if your gift is something. Try to coordinate where you guys can watch the stream. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I
Right.
got that. Yes, so cool. So you can mail them to that PO box address there, um, if you would like to. My streams, YouTube, all of these are all different. I'm sorry. It's because my name is too long. And some of them don't take punctuation, and some of them don't take numbers like Twitch. So it's Mrs. Well, Twitch does take no, yeah, Twitch does take numbers, but and it was too long or something. But YouTube is Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. Twitch is Mrs. Dadman Walking, no punctuation, no numbers. My social media, Twix at M Dadman Walking, Threads at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55, no punctuation, and Discord is Mrs. Dadman Walking, no punctuation, no numbers. Now I have my own server. If you would like to be part of that server, go over and uh, and do a friend request. I will accept that friend request and then I will invite you to the server. If you don't want to be part of the server but just want to be a friend on Discord, you can go over, send me a friend request. I'll accept that friend request and I will send you an invite to the server. But guess what? Just don't accept it. I'm just do that by everyone because um I can't read your mind. And then that way I don't make a mistake and not send somebody an invite. Um so if you'd like to, I think our my server's kind of nice. We have memes and stuff like that. I'd like to get a little more interactive with it, but I'm still learning it. Um, we will get there when we do start doing polls with TV shows and things like that. Then I will put them on my Discord also. Uh, Dadman, I remembered. Looky there. His live streams and VODs, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter or X is a Dadman Walking 55. All of them are Dadman Walking 55.
Yep.
It is not, if there is not a G, it's not he. We have someone that a while ago impersonated us. It is still out there. So make sure you go to the correct
Absolutely.
site to
And I
the
didn't realize there were so many Dead Man Walkings until I got into Fortnite and it started streaming. So that's why there's a number associated with it.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So everyone, thank you so much. We have been streaming for 2 hours and 23 minutes. That is 10:23 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. And I thank you all
Mm-hmm.
so much for being here.
Buddy
So,
has you MDW for life.
oh, thank
That
you.
one
Thank you.
says Bye Dad Maniacs. Love the name. But hey,
Bye, everyone. So, on that note, you know how I always end my shows. So I will see you next time, 10 a.m. tomorrow, I hope. And remember to be kind, to show love. You're not promised tomorrow. So go to bed each night with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. I hope the rest of your day is a wonderful one. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Say bye, Dad, man.
bye, Dad Man.